Fun fact: Victorinox was founded in 1884. The Victorinox emblem, a cross and a shield, has been used since 1909. In 1909, founder Carl Elsner's mother died. He then named the company Victoria in her honor. In 1921, inox was added to the brand name, which means stainless steel in French.
Hello everyone, have another knife review for you today. In this video we're going to be talking about the Victorinox Cadet that you can see right in front of you. Now this knife has been part of my EDC for the last 3 weeks, and I've enjoyed carrying it that entire time. It's been a delight, and I've really enjoyed having it in my pocket. There's a lot to talk about in this review, so let's get right to it and get started. Alright, so first off I want to talk about my use of this knife and what what my purpose in carrying it is for. So, this is not going to be my primary EDC blade. This is something I'm going to carry, since it doesn't have a pocket clip, in my front right pocket. It's going to be down on the bottom, and it's going to be there mainly for use in public. I'm always going to have another larger, a little bit heavier duty knife clipped to my pocket, but this is what I'm going to take out if I'm in public around a lot of people. And my reasoning for that is because of the public's familiarity and knowledge of Victorinox or the Swiss Army knife. It's not necessarily a threatening or a very large knife. Everybody's used to it, and it's not very frightening. Two-handed opening, slip joint, just kind of the old classic knife that everybody's used to. So that's what I'm using it for, and it's worked out great in that position. Alright, so it has a main blade of 2.5 inches long. As you saw there, it has a slip joint, and I opened it with that thumb nick. Two-handed opening, so it's not fast, doesn't have a speed safe opening or anything like that. Just very simple, and I like that. I like simplicity. It's very nice. Alright, so the blade from the factory with this Victorinox and every other one I've had in the past is just extremely sharp. It's really hard to beat how sharp this guy is. And after 3 weeks of use, it's held up well, and I don't even have to sharpen it right now. So I've been very pleased with that. Alright, the lockup with the main blade as well as the other knives is extremely good. For a slip joint, there's no movement side to side or up and down, except for when you begin to close it. So, really nice job. Very nice tolerances for such an inexpensive knife. Alright, so let's move on and start talking about some of the tools we have here. First one is a bottle opener, wire cutter, and large flathead screwdriver. Now I haven't used a bottle opener or the wire cutter yet, but this flathead screwdriver has come in handy quite a bit. I do carry a multi-tool, but it's in an EDC pack that I'm using, but this is in my front pocket, so it's a lot quicker and easier to access this flathead screwdriver than it is to go and get my multi-tool. So I really have found a lot of uses for that flathead screwdriver. Alright, on the other side here we have another tool, which is a can opener and small flathead screwdriver. Again, pretty much the same amount of use as I have for that large flathead screwdriver as I do for the smaller one. Have not used this bottle opener, but it'd definitely be something nice to take camping, and it's just nice to have just in case, Alright, the last tool we have on here is a small file. Have not used this, but I do definitely see some times where I'm going to probably need it, and it's going to come in handy. The only gripe I really have with this file is the way that it's oriented. When taking it in and out, the file portion actually rubs up against the top of this blade here, and it's starting to scuff up the knife. Now it's not really hurting it, but it's just kind of annoying that it's rubbing against it. So I think if they had taken this file and put it on the reverse side, it's going to solve the problem of rubbing on the blade. Now it might rub on the handle, but at least you're not going to see it, and it's going to be inside, so it's not going to be as annoying in my opinion. Alright, so the knife also has an overall length of 6 inches and weighs in at 1.6 ounces. So it's a very small, thin, and compact package, which is nice, especially since I'm carrying a main EDC and then having this in my front right pocket. So it's not too much extra weight that you have on yourself. Alright, you do have a small little lanyard ring here that you could attach some 550 cord to in case you have deep pockets, so you can pull it in and out easier if you're a woman in your purse, just to make it convenient. Alright, next thing are these handle scales here. This is not the traditional plastic Victorinox handle scales that you see. This is the Alox version. It's basically just an aluminum scale on both sides, and I prefer this style much better. I'm going to bring you guys in close here to show you in detail the scales. You can see the texturing dimple pattern on there. I think it just gives a very nice and handsome look to it. And I also like the texture. You can see the Victorinox emblem there, and if you flip it over to the reverse side, they have a small section here that you can use for engraving your name or phone number or whatever you want to use to identify the knife as yours. Alright, also the knife is pinned together, the scales and tools inside, so just a nice overall look. Alright, great little pocket knife, great little design. Alright, now I want to give you guys a size comparison just to show you something that you guys might recognize. Alright, this is the Victorinox Cadet, and this is just a standard Bic lighter. Alright, as you can see, it's pretty much the exact same size. Alright, thickness, about the same. Bic lighter might be just a little bit thicker. Alright, also, just a pack of regular spearmint chewing gum. You know, fits right in the little package. It's a little bit longer than an actual stick of gum, but just to give you guys an idea. Alright, so there you go. Alright, so final thoughts on this Victorinox Cadet. I've really enjoyed using it as a EDC knife. I think it's a great addition to anybody's EDC system. For the size, weight, and form factor, you know, having an extra knife or just even using this as your primary blade, I think it's going to fit that niche very well. It's definitely cool to go back. You know, for me, Swiss Army or Victorinox was some of the first knives that I've had, and going back and getting one and carrying it really brings back some memories, and I've really enjoyed it. So for the price and for all the different tools that you get inside, I think it's going to be very, very hard to beat, and you know, everyone loves a classic. So if you're interested, you know, if you've never had one before, then go check it out. Try out the Victorinox Cadet. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.